It's time to get things started. It's time to light the lights. It's time to get things started on the LUX show tonight. You twat, LUX.
Look at my misshapen way.
I don't care for Doctor Who like a 12-year-old looking for a show I watched when I was 12. Assembling the pieces, scrying and crying, whether it's spewing bile or bulk amounts of filler.
Doctor Who tube is a dumpster fire, and this is its dumpster flower.
Hi, I'm Andree LUX, and let's get warping.
Illuminating the Earth with the glare of 100 suns, seen 75 miles away, even...
Delicious atom bomb. Opening the episode with the deaths of 400,000 civilians sure captures the attention. High's timer of Francis Ringer is a genuine thing, a vintage of the 1940s, often used in kitchens. There's old film tech aesthetics on show, and you can almost smell the oil in the pipes. Gaumont British newsreels were also a thing. The company also owned a cinema chain. 20th Century Fox took over the American operation in 1938, but kept the name. Mr. Ding, some kind of blue peanut man? A little clue there in that he's presented by Dawn Animation House. Oh, they spelled colour wrong.
Don't make me laugh.
We got the little mouse thing. You know, the Wrigley fella.
Don't make me laugh.
Like a snake shaped like a cat man. Spoon? Sonic Spoon? It's wordplay. Mr. Pie and his magic spoon. Nom 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 nom.
Don't make me laugh.
With the anvils and the frying pans thrown at him. It was sent by email. The one that didn't. Do you have that now? Email.
Don't make me laugh.
The little Wrigley mouse thing. We let it out to play. Always getting bolder. As wide as Arizona. I like to tickle its belly. Yeah, no, not Roadrunner. That's... I was 60 most of that year. 2035. But we'll treat him much the same as a mouse. You should have got someone over to the diner for some of that cake they have. The cinema's lighted steps evoke a runway quality, an exciting start that rears me up with anticipation.
The name is Gallagher.
Well, then let's go home to Gallagher. They must have garages.
Oh, Gallagher garages. We get information on Belinda's family. Writing Doctor Who with elements of soap opera is RTD Generation 1. I actually had a chat with RTD on Instagram earlier. Be talking about our favourite press gang scenes. Anyway, he attached an article he wrote about how not to look like a soap opera, yet simultaneously be capable of tackling hard issues like balsa rod trivia twats in a storm and incest. These are things beneath my ribcage and my hair all the time. Saying no to incest. Dealing with a cheating partner by trying to get one. Making sure my electrician doesn't visit my tyrannical neighbour. And we get an incremental build to a reminder the Tardis control room is just a lobby or a hallway. Laugh at Invasion of Time all you want, but along with the Doctor's Wife, these were arguably the first thorough attempts to treat the iconic vehicle in this way. Oh, okay, journey to the centre of the TARDIS. Point being, the TARDIS is so capable of looking different, so big you can imagine any episode having a rug pull to show that it's actually set inside the TARDIS. That's what it means to me anyway. The Palazzo is a made-up cinema, and the Harvest Bringer is a made-up film, perhaps chosen for word search potential or some greater thematic quality. Oh right, it's an anagram. When this tale is set May 24th, 1952, Rock Hudson was acting for the big screen 4 years from a slow start. It was 3 weeks after this episode was set when he debuted as a leading man, and 2 years later he'd be established in adventure and romance dramas. In the titles of his films there are quite a few thematic tie-ins to New Who to be found looking through his 1950s filmography. Bright Victory, Scarlet Angel, The Sea Devils, Back to God's Country, All That Heaven Allows, The Tarnished Angels, and Twilight of the Gods. He rarely ventured into science fiction, with the exception being Seconds in 1966, a paranormally connected rebirth narrative, and also in the SF horror genres, Embryo 1976, featuring an artificial uterus. The Doctor and Belinda talk about the sad fate that befell Hudson. In 1955, Confidential magazine threatened to expose Hudson as a gay man, something his agent prevented by throwing the sleazemongers dirt on his other clients. Rock's homosexuality became an open secret in Hollywood. It was in the mainstream by the early 70s, treated as a joke which ruined several friendships. He was diagnosed with AIDS in 1984, and he kept his chin up through horribly debilitating illnesses and died the following year.
This time travel thing is so strange.
Not really. See, I'm at 10:51, mine goes forward, and it keeps going. Now it's 10:52, and when you see this, the date will be different as well.
Question is, who trains up a cinema?
I don't know. The Institute of Economic Affairs?
You're Scooby-Doo.
What a nervous night to be walking home from the movies, Scooby-Doo. And all because you had to stay and see Star, Dog Ranger of the North Woods, twice.
Honey, I'm Velma.
15 people went missing, sir, all in one night. 3 months ago, just disappeared.
Actually from the cinema. I have toppled worlds. Sometimes I wait for people to topple the world. Until then, I live in it and I shine.
Same thinking detail. Start with toppling a bunch of domes, and then post tinfoil sculpts. We'd never have seen the rules of segregation throw up a problem for David Tennant, Karen Gillan, John Pertwee, Liz Sladen. Oh, there's a whole long list. Which shows that RTD isn't going to leave it at the events of Dot and Bubble. And if that's too much for Nigel the Waldo moment for Raj, and Yaxley Lennon Lemon and his rotten gammons, then they can fuck off back to prison or 1930s Germany or up their naughty asses. The fact is, with this Doctor, there's places he simply can't go. And a little look for Seth, who gives a waiter as he moves out of shot, speaks a million. The conversation with Mrs. Lowenstein as well. This is the Doctor being the Doctor, counselling the bereft, a receptacle for the needy to, at the least, find a listening ear. And this is also where I find Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor at his most interesting. The stillness, the empath. He says a lot when saying a little. There's sincerity in just being there. I'd love to see a lot more of this type of scene. Something like Boomtown, with the centerpiece of the Doctor in conversation. There's a whole kitchen sink, one-act drama with Judy's Doctor just waiting to happen. And Lucy Thackeray's good, what we'd expect of a bereft mother. The RTD and Ncuti team are quite at home with 20th century period dramas, and it does allow the showing off of work by the greater crew. The lighting in both the diner and cinema is quite good in this episode. The set work too, from a team of decorators led by Adrian Anscombe and Vicky Mail, as well as a team of prop master Nick Thomas. The behind-the-scenes crew have pulled out the stops to evoke particular essences of each part, each component of this episode. These people deserve more praise and acknowledgement than we give them. The anti-cinema evokes that new Who horror quite well. It pulls on those memories of COVID and the sense of lonesome abandonment, deserted environments. There's allusions too to a heritage of a type of British horror story on television, epitomised by Sapphire and Steel. Ordinary locations interrupted by paranormal fissures and glitched, investigated by a couple dressed in formal wear.
What was that?
Yeah, rodents generally do this when they're distressed. Tap their back legs on the ground a bit.
Ta-da!
What?
Alexa, Siri,
Mr.
my Rosie, cut. So that's Mr. Ring-a-ding-ring defeated then. Join me next week for another Doctor Who dumpster fire. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, is this still on?
I'm all alone.
Like Smurfette.
Does nobody care?
You shouldn't have tried to eat so much ice cream. Don't blame it on the bad tuna now. We both know what happened. Oh.
What are you a cartoon of? Are you supposed to be a man?
Don't make me laugh.
Jemric's not the matchstick man.
You've got a nose like a pig.
Don't make me laugh.
Wiggly wiggly butts a snake.
Why are you blue?
Don't make me laugh.
Seems you won't let people call you a Smurf in this country anymore.
That best Smurf was a Randy Olson, and Randy Olson was he farm spurned every Smurfette in every Smurf country.
Who are you?
Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, we're gonna get a dog in. More of a coyote, really. They're easily trained. After all the cliff face drops, the hammers, and subjugation by oppressive capitalist forces, a coyote is receptive to care and a good education. There you have it. Harvest fault, all because Rock Hudson, the Harbinger. Go. Rock Hudson, still pushing the humanities agenda. Oh, baby. So here's Reg Pye, the man kept by the monsters for torture in the abandoned house. He's partly under thrall to the giggle. You might say he's song-locked. And for all Pye's acquiescence, the Doctor can still show empathy to him from the beginning.
Couldn't stop him.
I'm not blaming you.
A man got to have a cold. I was the luckiest fellow in the whole wide world. And then one spring day, she went to cross the road, and I've been alone ever since.
You shouldn't be shy. Just go over yourself and ring the doorbell.
He brought her back.
Oh, no worries then. This is a bit round and small. Yeah, I don't know. Beautiful Agony is my favourite porn site.
15 people.
So this is a film strip. In the old days, cameras used to be made of a tree-like substance, exposing the kit to certain light patterns brought to growth of this organic material, much like the digitized cameras you have today. The low-vis leaves would be placed in books or hung on walls in box rooms. If ones didn't turn out right, it would be chewed as you would a gum. And it was a still image and it doesn't move like you see here. I'm something of a fan of the coming of the new gods, the Chaos Gods, that whole story. Interesting that RTD is an atheist yet comfortable in the playground with commitment over time. As a statement, the use of gods moves a show beyond sci-fi, acknowledging the fantasy that's always been present. Mythotheology is a rich and waiting social storyverse that we can all tap upon. The Doctor is a character backed up by the science and sci-fi. Although he knows of the gods, we get the notion he's out of his depth here and he knows it, so ill-prepared to grasp even how to fight them. One of the best attempts he's made at this caused a problem to begin in the first place.
I know how the gods work.
I feel that's a bluff.
What have I not done?
I'm sure he hasn't made me laugh. The cameras turn like gun turrets with mechanized sound. We're animated straight into a parody of Doctor Who, and the solution is to bind personal tragedy and dwell on it. Too knowing and too camp. I mean, I can't get home to visit the gerbils because I've not the bus money to come back again, but I can record some footage of them another time.
Hello, darling.
To make this more realistic. So yeah, audiences deserve better than all this grim dark. I've went another way. No power in the verse can stop my gerbils.
We've been framed.
That might be a little nod to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. This episode's 2D animator Neil Boyle worked on that film. I like this little continuity gag.
I said he was acting all suspicious, called himself a doctor, but...
Occupation, not a doctor.
This is Miami-Dade County and...
Dade is short for Miami-Dade County. It's Florida's third largest county, right at the bottom, where the beaches are. And then it all goes a bit Andy Kaufman. Oh, keep back, keep back. I'm warning you. Now you've done it. Who are you people? How long have you been watching me? You perverts.
I knew this would happen because it was leaked online.
Oh, you're one of those fans.
Hashtag RIP Doctor Who.
Oh, piss off and make your dumb, stupid, petty forum posts. Go on, she's the giggle. But look, I do love the meta-ness of this scene, especially the Doctor being trolled over Blink.
It's a bit obvious, the ending.
Oh, do you want to go and do a wee 3-hour live stream about the falling ratings in your head?
We're the sort of characters who don't have surnames.
Yeah, but does anybody still use Twitter?
We had so much fun.
Well, I act like it coming in my space like a goddess of whining.
And thanks to you, I met my two best friends.
It's a sequence that's self-indulgent, and I think that's part of why it's great. Just the stock trio are a bit annoying. Okay, maybe a bit more than a bit. And I'm broke, so I will be doing a 3-hour live stream about nothing, and maybe the ratings in my head when this series is over. I guess I look kind of stupid now. Doing. Whenever random it feels getting to the scene of the thick fans, it does set up the next sequence. That's in terms of making use of the flammability of celluloid and using the blank canvas to push through to the cinema.
No wonder the gods of the Pantheon fell.
Piece of dialogue missing a rewrite there. The extended audio and novel adventures will do that though. With the Doctor becoming ensnared by film reel, there's a through line from The Devil's Cord, the last time he faced a deadly level threat.
I am learning the vocabulary of rope.
Yeah, keep up. Go on, scram, Mr. Ding. Get out of here, you no good varmint. I'm surely the only YouTuber who's not going to make a gag about Belinda looking for the missing episodes. But has she looked inside the sofa?
With the pipe! I've seen your fingers, mate. That's nicotine. I know you smoke.
Looks like he's not the only one. And visually, the battle with Mr. Ding is pretty glorious. Although we are reminded, the Doctor does like to shout stuff.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I think I'm going to have a nap.
And in the glow of Mr. Ding's escape, the cinema seems to take on a cartoon-like or light-like construction that is a visual resonance of the mushroom cloud, a god defeated by nature of being a god, and it's a whisper after the storm. As Belinda remarks, he's a harbinger who's now become a god. It feels fine, but in the sense of it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. I quite like Belinda as a companion. Care by profession grows from her heart, although I hope it's not the end of her inner tug of war with the Doctor. Much like Donna, she's a companion of resistance to him, and that makes for the most interesting of relationships between the two travellers. And ooh, it's Mrs. Flood again. Bearing in mind the leaks coming out which haven't specifically pointed to Mrs. Flood yet, it's nonetheless simple to work out who she probably is, or who the showrunner wants us to think she probably is. Whoa, hang on. It said they've no surnames, which is an absolute cheat. Perhaps if we export their full names into an anagram maker, we'll find answers to this season's mysteries. So what you find is that they spell out Dichlorobenzene, Syzgial, Washrags, Obas. Dichlorobenzene is used as a bathroom deodorant. Syzgial relates to the configuration of celestial bodies. Obas, from Orisha, from Oba, the Latin American deity associated with cutting off an ear. With parrot tail feathers, she fights on the left. So pleasant washroom alignment, clean voodoo god. But then there's this whole other area of Who fandom, which focuses on the other main anagram, Swaziland, cozy, Aries, hash. And the forecast is for a fierce debate across YouTube between the two camps in the coming months, with the Met Office issuing a yellow warning.
Because it gave away the ending in the middle, and the villain's motivation change.
So I'd like to thank all my patrons for sponsoring this video, particularly Artemi Kondratiev, Art, Arslan Hyder Ali, Ian Lawler, and so many other names that you can see appearing on screen now-ish. Please like, please comment, could you get around to commenting on this, please? And subscribe if you're not already done so, but I'd really like to read your comments. And we'll say goodbye to Lux, because next time there's something different. Say bye-bye, Lux. Bye-bye. Salty. Next time.
This whole world is cold, lifeless, and dead.
What, like Mrs. Flood?
We have a body.
What, is it Mrs. Flood?
What are you?
Mrs. Flood. So, if we just rearrange the surnames Chowdhury, Abel, Gossage, you get Glassware Cod by HBO. Or it could be Glossary Cow Behead. Sacred cows, you know? The cow jumped over the moon. The dish ran away with the spoon. But the one that I think will be lighting up Reddit is Glossary ABC Who Jew. Glossary ABC Who Jew. Or School Words Gabby G. Barclays WD Shoegod. Showbreads Coy Egg LA. Coarsely Sad Bog Who. Cordless Ha Yoga Boy. Schoolyard Sew a Bag. The Cross Body Wag Ah. Cardley Sega Sob O. Bachelor Godway Ass. Caseload Sh Boat Orgy. Showcase Dr. Blog Yeah. Oh, this one possibly. Showcase Glad by Roy. Warhead Soy Slog Cobb. Roadway CBS Hose Lego. Rosales Cab God Y. Hearsay Soy Clog Bold. Headway Cobb or Gloss. Shadowy seal cog. Shadowy seal cog orb. Shadowy scar, Leo globe. Shadowy scare, go lob. Seems they won't let you call people a smurf in this country anymore. The smurf is a randy old son of randy old son was he. He farmed sperm to every lady smurf in every smurf country.